Now, King Charles is facing a fresh fight with reports Prince Andrew is refusing to vacate his 30-room royal mansion. The newly crowned monarch wants to give the Windsor Royal Lodge to Prince William and his family. The Duke of York is saying get nicked and he's determined to stay put.
Yes, that's a quote, get nicked. Earlier this year, the King slashed the $470,000 subsidy his younger brother received from the late Queen, meaning the disgraced Duke would struggle to afford the running costs of the royal residency. It's understood Prince Andrew has been offered the keys to Frogmore Cottage, which was previously the home, of course, of Prince Harry and Meghan.
Boy.
Have you caught up with that yet? For more, we're joined by royal correspondent Victoria Arbiter. Good morning to you. Why does Prince Andrew want to stay at the Windsor Royal Lodge?
Well, good morning to both of you. I think primarily the key reason will be the simple fact that it's been his home for almost 20 years. Prince Andrew signed a 75-year lease on the property in 2003, and under the terms of the agreement, he is required to pay for any upkeep or renovations, and to date he's understood to have invested around £7.5 million. So he has put a lot of time, energy and money into the property, but I suspect he likes the prestige too. As you mentioned, it's a 30-room mansion, it's set on 98 acres, it's got its own chapel, several other lodges, so I suspect it's something that he really doesn't want to give up because it's home, but it looks good too.
OK. And also there are reports out that Prince William is said to be already planning a very different coronation to his father's after holding talks with close advisors. What's he going to change? It's a bit early. He doesn't want Charles to fall off the twig prematurely, does he?
This is an extraordinary story, Koshi. Yes, this sort of surfaced in a Sunday Times article over the weekend. And I think, yes, it's probably pretty accurate to say that Prince William is reflecting on his father's coronation in terms of what worked, what didn't work. But given his father will have had to have passed away by the time it's time for William's coronation, I really don't think that he's putting a lot of time and energy into those sorts of thoughts, especially given it could be, as you mentioned, a good 20 years or so, indeed, if time is kind to the current king. So yes, I think as and when William's coronation comes around, he'll put a lot of thought into making sure it's relevant and modern, just as King Charles did for his. But you're right, I think it's a little premature right now.
It's kind of like dancing on his grave by talking about it, isn't it? Yes. OK, thank you very much, Victoria.
Charles would be looking over his shoulder, wouldn't he? Whoop, there you go, Dad.